getting an encoder on YouTube real quick. Oh, man. Yeah, we're looking good. All right, everything's good to go. Woo! We did it! We're live! It's alive! God, that's going to sound... I'm going to have to edit the hell of that out. All right, welcome in. Happy Friday the 13th. My name's Jason, and today is my special day because it's Jason Friday the 13th. We're going to celebrate with Mountain Dew. What's up, BDH? I know, here we go. What's up, John? How you doing? We are on dual stream today. We are on horizontal vertical. So there is an option on YouTube. If you are on the horizontal stream, there's supposedly a set of 3 dots you can hit and go to vertical. Can't confirm that, but hey. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Darren, what's up? Red Eye, how you doing? Dragonfly Creation, again, you say hello. What's up? Okay, let's rock this. So we're making skull marbles tonight. We have this one, which is really epic. We got that guy on there, like a cool down version that I can extend, and you guys can see a little better version of it. We are going to try the side view. Oh, man, I hope this works. There we go. So now we got the side view going. Like that. I'm just double checking to make sure it's all good. Yeah, we're all good. So that is what we're making tonight. We're making these skulls. And I am going to implement this. So this is a little secret weapon. This is a UV reactive color that not a lot of people know about. One last trip on the side view here. So this color has a orange UV reaction to it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got like a pinky orange UV reaction. So we're going to use that on 1 or 2 of the skulls we're making tonight. I hope you guys are excited. We're rocking the hell out of this. I am going to kick some butt. No, I don't do bongs. No bongs, no dongs. No offense to it, but hey. I don't have a problem with the industry. It's just not my thing. You know, like I said, no problem with the industry. It's just I don't make them. Okay, let's rock it. Ugh. So while I'm prepping this, you guys decide tonight. We're doing, again, audience participation. Do you want to see uranium on the background, or do you want to do Lucy, the pink glow, the pink and orange glow, or do you want to do uranium with the green? Can't do both. What's up, Betsy? So I want you guys to get everything all set up and start thinking about it. Mods, if you don't mind keeping track of what people say. So either a pink UV or the green. Pinky orange or the green. Up to you guys. I'll let you all decide. We'll rock it with the audience tonight. So it's going to take me a minute to get all this prepped. So go ahead and keep typing in the chat what you want. I don't care if you want to repeat it several times. We got to get the chat engaged and going tonight. I'm going to do some larger versions of these skulls too. So we're going full on all epic tonight. I hope you guys are ready for this epic run. Because we are going to rock it. All right, there we go. So we got everything fused right there. So this material right here, this rod right here, is going to be the bulk. This is what I start with. And we're going to change it. Yeah, I got lots of cam angles right now. Lucy is the winner. All right. Then we're doing Lucy in orange. Lucy in the sky. That's what we'll name this one. This will be Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Skull. That makes no sense, but we're going to make it make sense. Okay, so we're going to separate here, and we'll use this chunk later. I don't know where all this rain came from either. It's raining like hell here. I think this is just marble number 3. We're going to have to rock some marbles now. Yeah, this will be marble number 3. And I do have we got the marble mold down here that we'll be using on the YouTube widescreen. So this has a separate camera angle, which is really cool, actually. All right, I lost my Lucy. We got to find Lucy. Where'd Lucy go? Lucy! There she is. So that's the Lucy color right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Bring it out here, just so you get a view. So that's the Lucy right there. That is the pinky color we're going to use for the background. And we're going to add in this orangey looking one. Look at that. Look how bright that is. Nobody knows about this little secret guy. So that is a orange UV. Okay, things you didn't know about UV glass for 100, Alex. All right, let's build this up. So the first thing is we're going to build up a little bit of a gather. And this will be what we make the skull image out of. So we're going to actually push in a little metal skull that is going to leave an impression inside, like a little half marble, real small. And then we're going to fill it in with pure silver, a vapor. And after that, we're going to fully encase it and clear it and then do the amazing background. All right, a little bit more here. Here we go. And just about there. Whew. Can that orange color be added to the flower? Yes. But it'll change the color of the flower by a lot. It's kind of like they call it Amazon bronze. But it is it's very coppery color looking, I guess. Coppery. No shipping issues to Europe. Just takes a while. And we have to go through customs. That's all. Oh, okay, Bear Dom. How was it? Just tell me about it now. Chat. How was the... Oh, no. The information. I forgot you didn't do it yet. Damn it. It's not Valentine's Day. Anyway, I appreciate that. Did you send it to TikTok or did you send it to my website? All right, here we go. We have new camera angles too. So we have a couple different views happening, and here we go. We're going to test out a couple real quick. So this punches it up. And this is a marble for the single view. And then if you want to see the skulls, there we go. So that gives you a close-up of the skulls. And then back up. All right, so we are good to go on that. I finally got it all key-bound to my mouse, too. Okay, so next step, let's go to side view real quick, and I'll show you what we got going on. So right now we just have the marble in clear. Okay, we got a little bit of half marble. And this is the skull impression tool that I use. It's handmade, obviously. But this is what I use for the impression of the skull. I think it works out perfect. Okay, let's go back to dual stream here. Okay, we got to heat up about half the marble. I'm going to punch it in. That didn't punch in. There we go. So we're going to punch it in really close. And that way you guys get a good view of it. And before we go too far, I'm going to show you the filter that I use. This is called a didymium filter, and it filters out a lot of light spectrum, like that. That is as clean as I could get for making it as visible as what I see. See how the flame's almost gone at the top? So that's how I see the world through my glasses. What's up, Catastrophic? Okay, let's go ahead and push the skull in here. We're going to skull crunch it. In 3, 2, 1. Give it a second to cool and push it in. And bring it back out. Make sure it doesn't stick. Cool it off in the water. And now we have a skull impression right inside the marble there, or what's going to be the marble. It's hard to see that, but we're going to change all that. All right, so we're going to grab silver now. This is pure silver, 0.9999 pure. It's a little chunk of it right at the end of this rod up here. It's very hard to see, but right dead center there's a little chunk. You can see it get shiny. And what's going to happen here is the silver is going to actually become lighter than the gas that's pushing it up, the force here. And it's going to turn to a vapor, and that vapor is going to travel via the flame onto this little marble piece here. Like that. Oop, that was fast. Okay, now we got the silver on. And now you can see we got a little bit of silver in there. That's much. There's the skull. It's hard to make out, but there it is. Now this is the obverse of what we're going to see later. In fact, let's go to side view real quick. We'll bring it out. So there's the skull right there. There you go. Now you can see it. Sorry, I'm shaking around here trying to hold it. All right, so that has the silver on it. Trick number 2, we got to burn off the excess silver off the sides. We just want the silver remaining on the skull itself. The rest of it has to get burned off. So we're using a little bit of an aggressive flame here, very oxidizing, meaning it has more oxygen than propane. Hence the little bit of hiss. We're going to clean it up here. I'm trying my new earbuds out. Right, actually, these aren't new. These are old, but they're my favorite. And right now, it's making everything. I can't hear crap. It's almost like they're noise canceling. They're very soundproof. All right, so that hiss is the oxidizing flame. So whenever you hear me refer to something as an oxidizing flame, that is it. A reducing flame is very propane based, so that would be reducing, oxidizing. I'm going to start teaching you guys a little bit of terminology as I'm going through, especially everybody that's in here on a regular basis, so you get a better understanding of what I say and how I'm saying it. All right, here we go. Back to the side view. We're going to take a good deep look at that skull. You can see it on the obverse there. Now that is the silver in there. And we're going to bring it out here. And here we go. Time to actually turn it into something. Cody, I'm so sorry things are happening. We got you. We'll send you good vibes. Everybody on YouTube, send Cody some good vibes. Just say a good, happy, good something. What's up, Colleen? How are you? Bayo's in the house. What's up, Crunch? Leslie's here. Kadesh, what's up? All right, so we're going to trap that silver in here by adding this clear. Okay, bring it down. Here we go. In, a little tighter. In 3, 2, 1, there. Squish it in. And there we go. That part is one of the integral parts that if you mess it up just a little bit, you basically have to take this whole thing off and throw it away. And start over. There's no fixing that portion. And so far, we are looking really good on the skull. I don't see anything negative right now. We're going to attach a little temporary... Oh, nope, that's amber purple. I'm not using that one. We're going to attach a little temporary holding rod to the back of this and squish it all together. This marble is going to be a little bit on the bigger side. So the ones we did earlier today are a little smaller. Not by much. They're not tiny marbles. They're just smaller. So if you're just joining the stream, Groves, we got a lot of them, like 11. I don't know if I'll finish. But we're going to try. I have some ideas. We'll maybe do some real small ones. So if you're just joining the stream, the little skull marble that is front and center on that screen there, under the flame, that is the item that we are making currently. It is a 3D skull imploded into the marble itself. Now this one, we're going to try and go super 3D on it. There we go. Let's add a little heat to the flame here. A little bit of width. It's actually not hotter. It's just bigger. All right. Okay, I think we got enough on there. Honestly, this one's looking really good right off. All right, just a little bit more on here. Okay, then we're going to smooth it out. And the hard part is done. Now we get to have fun. All right. Pull it apart. And clean up the little, I got a little dirt or something on this end here. I don't like it. It's like a bad piece of glass in there or something. Occasionally, even though they come from the factory, they can still have little seeds or sand in there. All right, let me get this worked out just a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys up close and personal. We are making the skull marble that is right in front of you. These are one of the fun items I like making. I love these items. All right, we just got to get it balanced out a little. And then I'll try and show you where we're at. Let's pop it on side view. Here we go. So this is the side view. So this is not the side you will normally see. This is what will be behind it. You can kind of see that skull popping in there. It doesn't look as good as the other version, like that side. But you can still see the skull in there. Let's see if we can get any light on the subject. You can kind of see it popping in there. And that is the metallic-y shine on it. So this isn't the best look for it. It's the other side that'll look good. But just to show you how thin that is, so that's how thick that skull is. That little line right there, super thin. Okay, let's get this going. So the audience voted, and we are doing the Lucy color, which is this pinky color right here. I believe that's Lucy. Yeah, better double check. Let's see, you Lucy. Yep, so there's the Lucy color, that UV pink. We're going to layer it on here. We're going to do like several layers. So this is going to have a little hidden treasure in it. We're going to do it by creating this little spiral dots. And then we're going to back it with black. So when the black light hits the skull, behind the skull, you're going to see this little paisley design. And it's going to be very hidden unless you have a black light. Nobody else is going to see it. So it's going to be one of those little secrets that you guys will have if you happen to be the one getting this. Yeah, there is a way, Laura, to click on the little 3 tabs up there, and you should be able to click it where it says vertical. But yeah, this is the view for tonight. I have to start using this view. Okay, so we see those little dots there. What's up, Colleen? How are you? Now we're going to spiral it up. But there is a way, according to ChatGPT, there is a way to get the vertical look of it since I'm doing a dual stream. We're running vertical and horizontal on YouTube. All right, here we go. We're going to grab it here and tap. We're going to spiral this up. I don't know if we're going to catch any of the glimpse of it. I'm going to try and show you a little glimpse of what it's going to look like on the inside. Oh man, it's not catching. One more time. A little bit of that flower design. Oh, it's not showing. Let's see if the side view will at least show a little bit. I may have to just bring it in and out of the flame real quick. 1 second. Theo, thank you for the membership. See it right there? Just a glimpse. Sorry. So anyway, this is going to have a secret little background to it. And if I were blue... Did I use all that blue last time? Sure poopin' did. All right, I got to grab cobalt. I'm sorry. I thought I had enough here. 1 second. I can still talk to you. I just got to grab some cobalt. I thought I had enough at the bench. But apparently I do not. One there. And I hope I have at least one more chunky monkey version of it. Okay, now we got cobalt. This definitely needs to be backed in cobalt because of that Lucy. I want it to show up. Have you ever done glass welding? Kinda. Okay, Colleen. Well, according to ChatGPT, there is, but okay. But I have to run this live stream this way, so gonna have to happen. All right, here we go. We're gonna start implementing this cobalt on here. And we're going to back it up. And here we go. Again, this marble is going to be a little bigger. And here we go. Debating on doing a tri band on here for the backing. And here we go. All right, here we go. We got this almost all encased, that Lucy there. Just a wee bit more. I'm going to use this all up right here. And there we go. Okay, so now we got a beautiful little cobalt nub at the end here. All right. Gonna bring it out. Sorry, I'm on the wrong view here. There we go. Pop it out a little bit like that. We're all good. We are dual streaming on YouTube. Should be able to see vertical or horizontal. There is a way to do it. I just don't know that little trick. But if you are currently on YouTube and you are on mobile, you also can turn your phone to the side. Okay, so we need to bring this down. I think I am going to kind of triple layer this. Right now, I just need to have it stop moving. So we have these cobalt running around there. The cobalt's the very bright section. And the skull is just in front of it. I got to put some color, I think, in the front here. We're going to come over to the side view just to show you kind of what I'm talking about here. Going to bring it out. So there's the cobalt, and then we got the skull just in front of it, and then there's a clear gap in between. So there's the skull, clear gap, and then the cobalt blue back there. So I need to fill this in. I'm thinking lime green. What do you guys think? Lime green? I think lime green. I'm feeling it. Slime green. Oh, or amber purple. Lime green or amber purple. You guys decide. I am currently streaming horizontal and vertical, both. The green? Everybody's saying green. Well, not everybody, but green is winning out. We got to get fast at this one. We still have more work to do on it. This is just a little bit of an accent to it. We're going to be creating chaos anyway. Okay, a little bit there, and then we're going to go over it one more time. I do have gold. Yeah, slime over cobalt is very good, but we're going to be using electrum and all kinds of colors on here. We're going to do the little electric slide. And we can't forget we're going to be putting Lucy in here too. Okay, we can punch it up temporarily. I can change the views for a little bit. I can't do it all the time, but I'm going to bring it in just for a second. You can see the band of lime running around. There's the cobalt right there. Then there's the skull sitting in the very front. And here we go. It's not black, it's cobalt. Okay, we're going to grab some electrum because I love this color. And we're going to approach it a little bit differently here. A little bit there. A little bit there, and we're going to pull it across all the way. And there we go. Unfortunately, this is a low number right now. This is number 3. But we're going to do some small versions. We're definitely going to pop some small versions in here. Let me see if I can get this. I'll show you what the back end is going to look like here a little bit. So this is the back of the current skull marble. You can see it has that really oddball swirls going to it. And then it has the uranium running through. So the goal is we're going to use the Lucy on that. So we're going to grab amber purple, Lucy, and then we're going to use this right here, the Amazon bronze, which glows really nice orange, orangey yellow. All right, let's grab the amber purple and start mixing it in. Those really nice swirls going everywhere. Every time I do this, I know I mention it 100 times, but I always think of either looking through the Hubble or now the James Webb and seeing what's going on in space when I do these little swirls, or tide pools. I like tide pools as well. Tide pools are amazing. All right, so we got some amber purple on there now. Yeah, the orange is going to look good, but it has to be on top. It cannot be really encased too much. It does not like to be encased. So this is the orange that they were referring to. I'll bring it in for a quick zoom and show you guys this is what's going to be going on top. Because unfortunately, once it's on there, it's kind of got this orangey pink to it. It's very, very intense once it's on. So we're going to layer it on right now. No, not yet. I take that back. All right, we got amber, purple, cobalt, lime green. Well, maybe we'll pop it on there. Let me touch up this amber purple here. I'm going to come around the edges and run kind of the wispy edges here. Side view. So what I'm trying to do is I want to clean up the edges on here. See how that has a definite straight line running through there? I want to wisp it up so we match the back end of this marble. You can see all the colors running chaotically through here. Again, we're going to hit a little space theme with it. But right now that doesn't blend. So we got to bring it in and we're going to wisp it up. We're going to Betty Crocker this thing. Amber purple is the bomb. Amber purple is 100% the bomb. It is Friday the 13th. My name is Jason, so it's appropriate I make skull marbles on Friday the 13th. Jason's on Friday the 13th, right? So we're just kind of wisping this around. A little bit more to go. All right, we're good there. All right, let's take a look at where we're at. Let's double check here. I think the side view gives you guys a little bit of a better context of what's happening through here. Unfortunately, it gets right next to my camera, so that part sucks. But now you can see those wisps running through. The amber purple hasn't shown up all the way yet. And then we're going to blend it into here. We're going to use a little bit of black and some of that Amazon bronze, and we're going to blend in here, give it that really total taffy treatment. And then we still have the skull facing way in there. Just another night for you? Awesome. Just another night for me too, other than it's Friday the 13th. All right, let's grab a little bit of black here. I'm hoping I got a little bit thinner one. Oh, I do. So this is the happy little spot here. We're going to run a little bit of black around with that amber purple, bring it in here. Then we'll use the Amazon bronze, and this will all be done now. Oh, the Lucy. Crap. Forgot about Lucy. That'll be the last thing. So this black is going to tie everything in together. Got a little loose there. Okay, and a little bit up top here. Sorry it takes a while. I like showing the stages of what we're doing. I think it always looks good to incorporate audience feedback in there. What's up, firefighter? So that you guys get to see what I see at times. Speaking of which, we're going to use the filter. So this is called didymium. It is what my lenses are made of. You can see how dark it is. See, it even changes the chandelier. But this is how I see the world. We're going to bring it up close just for a second. So this is how I see the world, like that. Look at it, almost makes everything disappear. So that is exactly the view I see. I thought I would share that with you temporarily, especially if you've never seen the channel before. Okay, last two colors. We're going to do Amazon Bronze and Lucy. Get that super engaged in here. So this color is called Amazon Bronze. It is very, very cool. And if you cut it in half in a certain way, you can actually see these little like copperish wires running through the actual glass. It has like metal hairs is the best way I can describe it. But it looks like it has metal hairs running through it, like furry. Technically call it furry glass, I guess. Okay, and a little bit right there. Okay. Then we got to make sure we grab that Lucy last version here. There she is. So this is the Lucy glass. You can see that pink that's happening right there. Let's go ahead and encase the heck out of this thing. Okay, we're rocking this. Thank you all for joining me. Welcome in. Sit back, enjoy. Keep your hands and feet in the car at all times and enjoy the ride. So this is the Lucy going on. This is the pink UV. I need to attach a secondary rod because it is getting hot. Moves you. Okay. Debating on making my own Lucy, like the pink UV glass. I've been debating on whether I should do it. I mean, I could easily buy it from North Star, so it's not a problem, but it doesn't have the density that I want. I could probably make a nice batch of it. A little bit more here. We're going heavy on the Lucy here. Again, it's very transparent. So it's not going to affect the undercolors. I think that's all I can put on there. We're going to give it a little swirl up the top, and then we're going to start making this guy out. Like that. All right, we're all done coloring the back. From here, we're going to actually start forming the marble. And here we go. You definitely have to use a lot of Lucy to show. I did a pre-batch of Lucy not too long ago. I made a frit version of it. Okay, I'm going to bring this out. Let's see if you guys can see. No, you can't. All right, we're going to try a couple different temporary views. Bear with me. We are still learning. So just bear with me. Now we got all that glow going on there. We're going to let it cool off a little. You can start to see the transformation of the colors. Like that. Well, maybe not. I like. Almost looks like a skull right there. I guess we don't have that view. All right, let's change it up. We'll go to side view. I definitely have to foot pedal that one. I'm going to have to hotkey it. So there is the chaos that's going on right there. Now the amber purple is not showing up on the side yet. It's there, but it's not showing up. And then as this starts to cool off, you're going to see a lot of colors start bouncing through. There we go. So we got the lime green, the black, the Amazon bronze. There we go. We're going to get that marbled effect very soon. And that is my goal. A little bit of marbly spacey. All right, let's get this round. What do y'all say? I say we do round. Let's get it round. This marble is very cool. It's a big old marble, though. It's pretty big. I don't know if we're going to be pushing... I know we're going to be at least 2.5 inches. I don't know if we're going to push up to the 3 mark, though. I don't want to. 2.5 is plenty. There we go. So we're going to start using the marble mold here. Make sure there's no bubbles. Every time you start adding layers of color on there, you have a chance of catching a little air pocket there and creating a bubble. So that's kind of what I'm looking for through here. And no bubbles so far. The skull, I can tell you right now, is looking epic. There, we almost got the beginning of an amazing mushroom. Okay, we're going to let it cool for just a second. One last little view of it before we switch sides. Then we're going to go to the side that has the main focus, which is the skull, which is what is right up in front of us here. So the skull is the main focus here. That is that little guy right there next to the torch. Little skull marble. Pop it back out. Gonna try one more view because I like this one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nope, there's the skulls. Sorry. There's the skulls. We're going to go to the marble mold. All right, here we go. So this is a close-up view of the marble mold and what it looks like as we're bringing it in. I always like those shots. I think they look good. And we're good. And bring it back out. Boop. There we go. So we're going to go over to the side. I want you guys to take a peek at this, and then we got to punt it up and start making the skull. So we're going to see if we can get the hot shot going. I love these shots. I hope you don't mind when I do this. And then here we go for a reveal. There we go. Now we got all that beauty going through there. Yeah, I'm happy with it. So for everybody that is having a hard time with the view, if you are at home, you can go onto YouTube on your TV and watch it on your TV. You can also be on your TV and mobile at the same time if you want to be there, so you can still comment and join us via the big screen. But I promise you, this looks really good on a TV. What's the difference between glass blowing and lamp working? Well, glass blowing is exactly what it sounds. Everything comes out of a furnace on a blowpipe, okay? And most people refer to it as offhand, meaning your hands never touch the glass, offhand. Lamp working, however, is derived from the kerosene lamps that were used back in the day to as a heat source for melting glass. Now, the nice thing about lamp working is we do have a lot of contact with the glass. So there's no extra tools or anything like that. But we can do glass blowing and sculpting. So like right now I'm making this marble. We can do blown glass, we can do sculpted, and offhand can do sculpted too, but they have a much harder time with sculpting. But both are awesome avenues. If you look at the chandelier that's behind me up above my head, that is offhand back when I had a furnace. So I've done both. I like both. But I can tell you the furnace work is extremely expensive to operate. Yeah, people always ask me how much fuel I go through. You want to talk a lot of fuel, go to a furnace worker. All right, so we got to separate this here. Get rid of that nubby. I think we're going to have to add glass on this. There's not enough on here. I want to magnify this window a little bit. Okay, we're good. Let me pop the view in a little bit different. Finally getting used to it. So now we got the skull just kind of appearing ghostly right in there. But we definitely have to add some clear. We don't have enough on it here to enhance it. We're going to bring it out and do a side view. Nice epic transition in there. What's up, L to the B? Now we got that little view in there. Now this will be fun. Watch the skull get darker and darker. It'll start appearing. It's almost like it's the ghost that's slowly appearing. Watch it. Just keep your eye on the transformation. It takes a minute. Be patient with it. It looks awesome when it does that. L to the B, thank you for all the gifts. Does that not look freaking wicked when it does that? All right, here we go. I'm going to show you with the light source. There we go. So totally different look. So these guys transfer everywhere you look at them. They have all these different looks. You got that, and then turn it off, and we get that really epic look right there. All right, so we definitely have to add a bunch of clear to this. All right, I don't have any short ones. Gonna have to use this one. It is magic. Yeah, I'm telling you, the horizontal stream is really awesome on TV or even laptop. But I have to start incorporating it if I want my channel to survive. I can't constantly do the vertical view. So we're not going to be doing horizontal all the time at all. We'll still be mixing it up. Okay, so we're going to add a whole bunch of clear here. Let's go. Build it up. Oh my God, TikTok, really? Sorry, TikTok just did my CAPTCHA. There's no way I can get to it within 5 minutes while starting that. Oh, I hate that. I wish they'd do away with this stupid thing. You know, I've been streaming for 3 years on here. You would think by now they know I'm not AI. Let's go. Can I make Taj Mahal? No. No, I could not. I can't even make the Taj part of it. All right, this is where it does get a little heavy, so I'm going to try and not complain here. I do like this marble, though. All right, here we go. We're going to separate it now. Oh. Students think I do this 24/7. I feel like it. Okay, so now we're going to start melting everything together, getting it to blend. Let's blend it. So what I'm looking for here is I have the gap in between the color and the clear. And there's definitely a gap in between there. And the focus is we want to try and eliminate that gap so when we go to make the marble. Okay, why is it not doing that? Okay. There we go. My mouse was not acting properly. So now you can see there's a gap in between that color there. But we do have the image popping out really nice now. Little ghost skull. Well, it's good for them, Groves. They learn what it takes to work. This job requires lots of hours, unfortunately, for some. I like my job, though, so I don't mind the hours. Oh, yeah, this definitely went bigger than I wanted. Damn it. Yeah, it definitely went big. Let's get rid of that gap. And there we go. So if you're just joining, we are making a skull marble that looks very close to the one that's up in the front of the picture. Like in the main of the live stream, that two little round skull marbles, we're doing that. Okay, that end is round. We're going to have to switch back at least 2 more times. Now remember, on the inside of this, there is going to be Lucy. So there's going to be a pink ultraviolet glow on the inside of the skull, way in the back portion of it. All right, let's watch that view again. I love this. If you want to catch a screenshot of something or a little screen record, this is where it gets to be fun. Watch the skull. It's going to get more and more epic as it cools. It's going to be like it goes from barely there and it starts reappearing. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And it does have a little bit of a 3D effect in it. See how it's popped out? So that's the popped out version. I'm going to bring it right up here. That's as close as I can get without burning my damn camera. Oh, you're not late. You came just at the right time. Wow, it looks really good. I'm going to try and see if we can get a view on the inside. I don't know if it'll show on the inside with the camera, but there are tiny little swirls in there. I hope it shows. I'm sorry to keep bugging you guys with side view, but all right, let me work on my camera work here. See in the background behind it? So there's a little background back there. It's not showing the Lucy yet, but yeah, there you go. There's like a little multiverse back there or something. How do you get it inside? Magic. You'll be able to go back and rewatch this live stream if you want. To try and explain it, it takes forever. It's much faster to just say, watch the live stream. But we're going to be doing more of them. We're going to do little mini versions here in a minute. Yeah, this definitely has some type of funky cool action on the inside. All right, we're going to punty that up. So we got to get this end round. Then we're going to pop another rod back onto it so we can finish up the very top up there. Yeah, of course. It's just, there's too many steps to try and explain how to get the skull in there. Yeah, if you want, you can go watch the replay and hit it on 5 times speed. That's funny. Maybe I'll upload a version of that. We'll do a 10 times speed of this. All right, we definitely have to pull off this nipple back here of glass. And give it a little swirl. Like that. That's why I do like the live streams. What's going on? Purchase something? Yep, fieryguy.com. This marble's going to be a little bit, Uncle Scooby. I think this one is going to be, I think Stephanie said they're, I don't know. I don't remember. It was either like 95 or 100, somewhere in there. But she is she's on right now. If you want a message, she could probably get back to you. Okay, we're going to start rounding this out. So we're going to go from a dragon egg to a marble. Yeah, we're heating it more. So we just need to pull it down a little bit, get that gap mixed up a little, blend it in with the clear. The clear and the color is where there's a problem. Not a problem, but that's where the issue lies at the moment. And mostly on a marble, the reason that happens is color moves a lot slower than clear. So when you go to make the marble, the color's moving slow, the clear is moving super fast, and they don't play well. So you kind of have to learn to mess with them a little bit. Tell them if they don't play well, they're grounded. But we got a nice spin. Let's bring in the cool camera view. Which view is it? I think it's this one. Nope, that's the skull. That's what we're making. Sorry, wrong button. So there is the marble mold. But yeah, color definitely moves a lot slower than the clear, and that's the issue with most marbles. Trying to get stuff to flow at the same time, especially with the greens. I call green the angry color. It's like Hulk. You know, the angry Hulk. It does not like to move very well. But at least you get that view. I got like 5 cameras running in here. I'm completely maxed out on my USB, my USB outlets. All my USB controllers are maxed out. Okay, let's do a little quick view up close so you guys get a little view. Again, I use a filter on my glasses called didymium. The didymium filter pushes out some of this bright flame here, and we're going to bring it in, and there we go. That's how it all disappears, like that. And that is my world. I know, Hulk smash, right? Who said that? Bale, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm always trying to improve this stream. And I know not everybody's going to be happy all the time, but I'm always trying to improve it. Probably to my detriment. You guys don't even know it, but I was up till 3 in the morning last night, or yesterday, today, whatever, trying to work on camera setups. Okay, side view. Here we go. You guys ready for a reveal? Type 1 in the chat if you're ready for a reveal. We got this. Just type a quick 1. We got this. I'll reveal it. Got to hurt. Yeah, there we go. Wendy, Witching Grandma. Witching Grandma, thank you. Ron. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see that purple coming in right there. So there's like a purple right in there. We got some amazing colors. The amber purple hasn't quite shown up, and Lucy's not showing up yet. Lots of Lucy in there. Okay, this is the last punty. We're going to get the front end of this guy all situated. And this one will be done. So we're going to make a couple small versions of these skull marbles. Yeah, this one's badass. I'm sorry. I think it's up for grabs. I don't know if someone did a dibs on it or not. I don't know if someone already met. I think Uncle Scooby was asking about it. But it might be up for grabs. Send the only way to do it, send Stephanie a message on the Fiery Guy, and she goes by whoever messages first. Yeah, it's too hard to keep track of the stream and everything. We have to keep it super fair. All right, let's get rid of this little nipple and call this done. There we go. But yes, technically this is... Uncle Scooby said he's got bills, so it is up for purchase. And someone bought the uranium iris. I want to give them a big shout out. Stephanie, I got to look at it. If you're on and you bought that iris, say hello. I'm going to make a little bonus item for it. I had planned on making a bonus item for it. Yeah, the uranium iris was absolutely gorgeous. It is gorgeous, not was. Yeah, that uranium iris, man. So next week we are starting tulip production. So we'll be making tulips. We're going to do tulip. We're making red squeaks, memorial flowers next week. I finally did a little test run of it. It cracked, but I can do it. So we're doing tulips, and I'm definitely probably going to pop in the Venus flytrap. Okay, let's take a look at it here. You know, this little webcam does really, really good for autofocus. This little webcam's like $149, and it is an amazing webcam. All right, I hate to do this, and I'm not just playing around. Watch it get brighter and brighter as it cools off. It just looks more and more epic. It just starts coming out. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is that background. See that purple? You know what that is? That's the Lucy. I forgot. Damn it. My camera work sucks bad. So that purple back there is the Lucy reacting. And then it'll be super pink. So that purple in the background does exist. There we go. I told you guys that would be epic. Oh, look at that from the side. See those blues? Ooh, she's beautiful. All right, so everybody always asks, how do you get it off the stick? How do you get it off the glass rod? We're going to do that right now. So this is Dragonfly Creations' amazing marble holder. And it also works really good for Christmas ornaments. And you lock it in place. And when you're ready, you just tap. And that little punty comes off. I'm going to try and show you the punty. I don't like doing this, but because it gets really scary if I drop it. There's the punty right there, dead center. I'm having a hard time holding it. Punty's right there. But look at that color. I told you the colors would come out. And we got all the blues coming. All right, we just have to polish that little punty out. Okay, I got to let it sit for a second. Let me pop out to the normal view. There we go. I got to let it cool before we pop it into... Oh, you watched for 200 minutes. There you go. And then we got the skull in there. So I can't leave it out too long. We got to definitely get it in the kiln. I'm out of Mountain Dew at the second. I got to drink Propel. Okay. So we're going to try a mini skull, and then I'm probably going to log off and come back on under vertical on YouTube. So I'm trying out the horizontal dual stream right now. I'm checking. I got to check out some cutscenes on it and stuff, see how that works. But after I make the little mini skull here, we're probably going to switch over for the night and make it pretty awesome. Okay. See, I'm going to use my little stuff here. Why does it have to go back in the kiln? To temper. Yeah, that color will keep changing as it reheats. Okay, all I have to do here is straighten it out. Oh, man, that's hot. So this is one of those instances where it's not hot from the flame. It's hot from the light. I'll show you exactly what I mean. We're going to have a perfect view for it. I promise you, it's going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about here. So we're going to go to the side view. And we are on a little filter right now so that it'll protect you a little bit. So normally when I'm holding the glass rod like this, you'll see a little light go through the end of the rod there. Like that. And I'm holding it this way. Now, if the end of that rod is in my palm like this, that's where the burn will happen. Now, I want you to keep an eye on the end of this rod. Okay? So just pay attention to the end. And if you have to look away, look away. And that's filtered. So what that does is it acts like a magnifying glass and it will burn you from the light. So that little light passing through there will burn your palm. But holding it this way, not hot at all. So that's what was happening on that. That's why I don't use super short pieces. All right, let's go back to dual stream. And we're going to make a mini marble, mini skull. We're doing the small one. And it's not that small. I mean, oh, that was a kamikaze bug. Little bastard. Okay, so we're going to do a small version. We're still going to make it epic, though. I know, gross. Damn bug. Me and that bug have got issues. All right, so we're going to pull this off. Clean it up. Okay, so we're going to build a little gather. Yeah, we're going to make a small version right now. I've never made one, but we're going to do it. Yeah, I've never made a small version, so we're going to try it. I know I can do it. It's just, yeah. I know the bug was headed for the light, literally. I know, Lioness, right? All right, so we're going to make a small version here. So it should be about 1.5 inch size, give or take. All right, that should be enough of a gather. So the secret on here is we got to get a little ball built, okay? Now you don't put the skull image into it while it's super hot like this. It will not work. What ends up happening, I know, Groves, I wasn't going to say anything, Groves. Anyway, if you tried putting it on there and doing the impression while it's super molten all the way through, after you pull the skull image out, it's still flowing, and you would end up with not a skull. You'd end up with something else. So right now, we let it cool off a little, and you heat it up just enough to be able to get the impression in there. About like that. Get it ready. Bring it out. Let it cool for just a minute. You're going to go for a certain orange glow. And there, we're going to push it in, pull it back, and cool it off right away. And now we have the image all built in there. So there's the skull image built right inside there. Actually, it's upside down. There we go. So the next step is we're going to add the silver. So we're going to vaporize the silver in there. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of excited about the Venus flytrap, to be honest. So this is a very fast process. There's a little tiny chunk of silver in here, and that silver is going to vaporize and go right into that skull like that. Ooh, that went really harsh. Big time. There. Then we bring it back out. Sorry, I show a lot of stages as we go through. Now you can see the skull. See how you can visually see that skull in there much better? Next stage, we're going to burn off the excess silver on here. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, we start burning it off. Doo-doo, doo-doo. And you only want the silver in the skull. You don't want it anywhere else. And the hard part is burning all this excess silver off without destroying your skull. Okay, we're good. Sorry, got to use that oxidizing flame to get rid of the rest of the silver. And there we go. So let me show you on the side what we got. There we go. So now you can see the silver in there. There's the skull, what's left of it with the silver. I need to find an alien. Now you could use gold. I just don't like the gold. I think it looks, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks with it. But that's just a personal preference. Okay, let's get this added. Oh my God, this is really bright though. Holy crap. This might be super epic. Every once in a while, they all turn out good, but every once in a while, there's one that comes out super nice. And that's just because of the nature of the silver. All right, let's get this added in. I cannot wait to see this. God, I feel like one of those Hunchback commercials. Like this, man. I'm like all hunched into it. What type of metal is the mold made of? I have no idea. I really don't. It's not silver, or it'd be melted already. Oh, thank you, Easy. All right, let me show you where we're at. Again, we're doing the small version. Side view. And here we go. So this is the back end of it. Okay, you can kind of see that skull. It has that alien look. Doesn't it look like an alien head from the back right there? X-Files. And then there is the skull. Now look at the metallic sheen on it right now. It's already got that sheen. I know, I love PBS. Back in the day. Oh yeah, they did have wrestling on PBS. Did they have wrestling on National Geographic and stuff? I remember back in the day when WWF was like, I don't know, it was like cheap entertainment. Okay, let's get the backing on here. We're going to use black because I like black, and black sparkle looks amazing on this. Well, we're going to put a little bit of uranium on the back of the black and just give it a quick swirl. So right now we're just going to coat this guy. Okay, we got that melted in there. One more little black streak around here. Just going to try and clean it up a little. So this black that I'm using is called Galaxy, and it is absolutely one of the best colors North Star makes. There we go. We are making skull marbles. It's Friday the 13th. My name's Jason, so it's appropriate that we make skull marbles. Coops Granny, what's up? Okay, let's add a little bit of electrum in here, some uranium. Cover it up with a little amber purple and clear and call this coated. Little electrum. Again, just being really loose with it. Don't need it super organized because we're going to finger paint the hell out of it. Let's grab some uranium. Okay, if I was uranium, where would I have gone? Oh, there it is. I know I got a bunch in front of me, but I was looking for this here. So we're going to pop a lot of uranium on here. Just because you guys are awesome, we're going to make it uranium-ish. Lots of it. There we go. Grab our amber purple, start finger painting, then do a little clear and finger paint beyond that. Then round this out, and this marble will be done. It's a very small one. It's going to look amazing. How's Friday going for everybody? I hope to God you're doing good. Type 1 in the chat if you're doing okay. Type 2 in the chat if you're not. We want to send a bunch of good vibes your way. Send a bunch of people saying hello to you. Ooh, don't you do it. No, don't. That tried going sideways on me. It's like, no, not today. Okay, so now we got amber purple on there. Oh, look at all the ones. We're getting all good. Okay, last little bit here. We're going to grab some clear and swirl it up. Okay, if you're on TikTok, give Home Skillio a big shout out and say, hey, man, it's okay. Life will get better, promise you. All right, side view, so we can kind of take a look at where we're at. How about we do that? Look at all that electrum popping through there, that metallic look to it. We got the amber purple popping in. We got the black underneath it and the uranium. We're going to grab some clear, mix it all up, and create some caramel ice cream swirl. Who doesn't like caramel ice cream swirl? Here we go. So I'm going to create a lot of tiny little swirls in here. We're going to try and make it look epic. I'm trying to do nice little tight swirls in here. It's getting a little crazy right now. Okay, and then one at the top. We're just going to give it a little twist. There we go. That's all done. We're going to form this marble up. Like I said, this one's not going to take too long. We're going to make several more. They're not going to take very long. Each one will have a little bit of a different backing on it. Bring it there. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this. I think we're looking good. So the next step is we're going to take it and round everything out. I know, Groves, I did good keeping it small. I'm proud of myself on this. All right, let's bring it up. So we are making the skull marble like that guy that's right in the front of your screen. except we're doing a small version. I hope I can keep this centered. I'm a little off center on my color. A little bit off center on my colors. Let's see if I can keep it balanced. Okay, so I'm going to show you my filter. This is the Borovision. Oh my God, my seat ring. I hate this seat ring. I really hate it. All right, we're going to bring it in. This is Borovision. This is how I see the world. So this little plate of glass is what my lenses in my glasses are made of. Didymium. Or this one's commonly referred to as ACE 202 with a welding shade number 3 on it. But there is the world according to me. That's how I see it. Little Borovision. I get a gold star? Hell yeah. Do you still give gold stars out as teachers? Do they still do that? All right, we have to clean this up. I'm not happy with it, but I promise we'll get it. It's not much longer, but I'll show you what I'm frustrated with at the moment. So right there, we got the colors running through, but the line, we got that black line running through there. It's annoying me. It just looks unfinished. So we're going to go through and kind of finish that up. I just got to get rid of that. Let's grab this here and mix it up. And I don't mind blending into the skull line here. Ooh, oh my God. That is a happy little accident. All right. I kind of have to show it. I don't know if you guys will see it. It's small. So right on the edge here, I can't even see. Can you see that little swirl? Little oceanic swirls going on. So there's the line I hated. And that's what we're making. See the difference? I didn't want to have that. It is definitely a happy little accident. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this up. So the trick on these little swirls is you have to wait long enough for it to cool off before you do the next one, or you end up having an issue. Like that. I know it is glowing a little bit. One more, and we're all done on this. All right, swirls everywhere. So now we can actually turn this to a marble. And here we go. Put a little heat on the subject. I know the swirls are badass. Okay, just got to get it hot. We're going to compress it down, blend everything together. Yeah, this looks really kind of cool, to be honest. You might be able to see the skull sitting inside the flame there. All right, time to bring out the larger view because we are going into the molds. And you guys are going to miss out on it. We don't want you to miss out. There we are. I can pull it in a tiny bit. No, I can't. All right, so we're going to use the marble molds. Start getting this rounded out. That one there, and then we're going to go to the smaller one, start cleaning it up. All right, we're going to use the Epic Mold Vision here. So those are the marble molds right there. They're made of graphite or high-density pencil lead. We're going to bring it in, and you can see how we just bring it in here, and it shapes it like that. There we go. We've got a little bit more to go. On this side, we're going to switch the punty after this and round the other end up. Bring it back up. All right, before we punty it up, what do you say we take a look and see where we're at? I have no idea what it's going to look like either. This is just a bunch of mystery as me, or as you. You and I are going to see the same thing together. I have no idea. Right now, we just have that super hot shot. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Lots of uranium running in there. See if we got the little swirls on the side. We do. I just can't hold it all together. Yeah, we definitely have some swirls that are going to be popping in. And there's all the uranium. Electrum, black, blue. Yeah, this is going to look cool. Yeah, this one is pretty. I agree with you. How long before you can actually pick it up in your hand? That'll be a while. Will the mold turn your fingers black? Yeah. A little bit. I mean, you can scrape off a little, but it's just like pencil lead. It'll get a little dirty. Now, when I go back to show you the other side here, it's going to be, I can't wait. You haven't seen the end of it. The reveal has not happened yet. Yeah, you can definitely get the black fingers, and what's really annoying is if I get like the black carbon on my fingers and then I wipe my face or something and nobody tells me, and I head out to the bank or grocery shopping and I got these black marks all over my face looking like I was playing football or worked in a coal mine. nobody tells me and they think it's funny. Yeah. It is funny, but... So now I know to go check in the mirror before I go anywhere. Oh my God, this skull is epic. I knew this one was going to look good. They all look good, but every once in a while, it is perfect. You do that all the time? You do that to Terry? Oh, Dragonfly? Come on, don't do that to my buddy Terry. It's funny, though. Yeah, this one, we're not far off. We're like 5 minutes off or less. We're not far off. We're pretty much at the end stage of it. But I can tell you right now, the metallic on the metallic on the skull is worth waiting to look at it. And I'm glad we're doing small versions. This is much easier on my arms. Okay, we're going to bring it in and start forming this up. All right, just going to clean it up a little. I think I'm going to have to do 2 reversals. Damn it. Okay, we're good. Clean it up. Yeah, we're going to have to reverse it because it's wobbled on the back. It's definitely not round. Yeah, we're 5 minutes or less away from finishing this off. It's worth it to stay and watch. You can already see that metallic shine on it. Did I tell you it was going to be amazing? Ready? Then look at it from the side. Then bring it back out. But now you'll see that, so it's going to cool off and have more of that metallic shine like that. Bring it right up. There we go. Hi, guys. All right, let's reverse it, get the back end all finished up, and then one more little transfer, and we should be good to go. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Okay, so technically I could probably leave this alone and nobody would really notice it, but I will notice it. So we are going to round it out just a little bit more. And I'll show you exactly what we're looking at. No map gas. All right, so we got that little dip. Now, if you look at it from the side, see how it kind of tapers down? The color side has a little more slope to it. It's not round. And that's what I'm looking at. And there's the reflection of the light on there. It's just not, there we go. See it wobble? So it's not perfect. And here goes the colors. I told you I'd look amazing. And we're still not even done with the color transformation. Look at those little ghostly swirls. All right, let's get this rounded out. And now we just have to get it round. I don't want it looking like an acorn. That's kind of the shape I was talking about, acorn. It wasn't round, it was more acorn shape. Okay, this is going to be the amazing part. We're going to round it out. We're going to re-punty it up here. We got to clean up this end super well because that's where the attention is on the front, the clear section. If there's even just a little hint of a little unorganized dot or wave or anything, it gets magnified by like tenfold out there. So we just got to make sure we get rid of any imperfections whatsoever. Bring it out here. We got, oh, it's running smooth now. It's round. And you know what we're going to do to this? Just because we can. We're going to borax it. Yeah, oxygen and propane are my two go-to gases. Where is my borax? We're going to borax it. That's way over there. Oh, this is going to make a mess. That's okay. We're going to throw some borax, hopefully get a cool color bouncing off of it. Here we go. So borax laundry soap helps enhance the glass a little bit, color-wise. Not much, but it does make a little bit of a change. Usually for the positive. All right, let's see if it did anything. Watching from Alberta, Canada. Welcome in, Canada. All right, let's see if it did anything. Oh yeah, we got some, see how it changed the colors? We went from the blues, got more of those darker greens and stuff, changed it up a little. And then it should be uranium. The uranium's not showing up yet. There is a lot of uranium in this guy. There's definitely a ton of uranium in here. Okay, last little switcheroo here. Switcheroo. Barely on there. Okay, it's attached but not fused. Okay, we're going to bring it out here. There's a very good chance this guy's going to fall off. I got to be very, very careful. If it falls, it's not going to hurt the marble. Just, I'll have to clean it up, and that sucks. I don't like doing that part when it falls. Yeah, it looks good. Let's get it super rounded. Super rounded. I'm just looking for any distortion whatsoever. That's it. Now we just have to pop it off the rod. So I'm going to show it to you before we go and do that. And look at that all the way back here. Look how amazing it looks back here. See how shiny that is? That is just an epic freaking marble. Skull marble. Look at that. And then we got the background going. We're going to bring it right up here. All right, let's take it off. So this is Dragonfly Creations' amazing marble holder. I'm going to leave it on side view so I can show you right away after we get done with it. Going to grip it, tap. We got the little punty there. Hopefully you guys can see that little punty. It's right there. That little scar right there. Hello. Then we're going to smooth it out. We'll show you the back end. I told you the colors were going to come out. Remember the borax? Is that not beautiful? Not getting any uranium show at it, but yeah. Yeah, that one I like a lot. Yeah, that one I like a lot. I think it came out beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to be doing a vertical live stream on YouTube again. So if you like the vertical, now's the time to come back in just a little bit, and we'll be bouncing through that way. So, yeah, I'll see you in